In the heart of Sacramento, a federal court has temporarily halted the merger between two titans of local television, Nexstar Media Group and Tegna Incorporated, forever altering the broadcast landscape for the coming months. The judge, Troy L. Nunley of the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of California, issued an injunction Friday that requires Nexstar to keep Tegna operating as a distinct, independently managed entity while the ensuing antitrust lawsuit proceeds. In plain terms, the new owner can't simply fold its opponent into one budget and cease to compete. Instead, Nexstar must put safeguards in place to ensure Tegna remains an ongoing, economically viable competitor. The backdrop to this decision is a $6.2 billion merger that was finalized last year. Nexstar, the largest local broadcaster in America, claimed it now controls or provides services to 201 stations, reaching roughly 39% of U.S. households. The deal was originally cleared by regulators, who argued it would bolster local competition against national networks. But the battle did not end at the FCC and DOJ. DirecTV, the satellite television giant, lodged a lawsuit seeking to block the merger on the grounds that it would inflate consumer costs and stifle competition for local stations. A coalition of states, including New York, California, Colorado, and Oregon, joined the litigation, citing similar concerns that a concentrated ownership structure could reduce the diversity and quality of local programming. In response to the injunction, Nexstar released a statement asserting that the merger had already closed more than 4 weeks prior to the ruling, and that the company now fully owned Tegna following approvals from the FCC and DOJ. This transaction closed more than 4 weeks ago, the statement read, reaffirming Nexstar's intent to honor the terms of the deal. For those watching the courtroom drama, Attorney General Letitia James of New York pronounced the ruling a critical victory in the fight against rising media costs and declining program quality for consumers. She emphasized that the decision served the public interest by preserving competition in the market. The merger itself had a high-profile champion in former President Donald Trump, who framed it as a patriotic counterweight to what he called the enemy of national television networks. Trump's endorsement reflected a broader push to reinvigorate local broadcast as a bulwark against the influence of multinational media conglomerates. This latest injunction comes amid a groundswell of antitrust scrutiny across chats the UPA-VRRNS. In the same week that Nexstar's merger was struck down, a jury ruled that Live Nation, the owner of Ticketmaster, had abused its monopoly power, a decision delivered weeks after the Gabon Justice Department reached a 9-figure settlement with Live Nation. These cases together underscore a resurgent emphasis on consumer protection and competition, an era in which corporate America faces more vigilant oversight. The ramifications for Nexstar fans and staff, and for the industry at large, are significant. The injunction could delay the integration of infrastructure, talent pools, and programming schedules that Nexstar hoped to streamline. At the same time, Tegna's continued independent operation preserves a level of choice for audiences in major markets. Investors, advertisers, and regulators will all be watching closely to see if the merger finally goes through or if this injunction ushers overall enforcement of antitrust laws. As this case is litigated, it serves as a bellwether for how rapidly local media conglomerates can be checked by federal law and state concerns. The battle will continue to be keenly monitored by anyone who cares about the diversity and tricks of the TV marketplaces, a reminder that the marketplace contributes be as much about who chooses whispers than hides hears. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned to hear more updates on this rapidly evolving docket and other developments in media regulation.